Well, hello and welcome back to my channel of free trade analysis. If you guys are new over here, then this is the trading channel. I am Vaji Kazmi and I give you the best possible intraday trades for you guys for the trading purpose and for good profits. If you guys have not yet liked my channel, then please like my channel and also please subscribe to it, and do not forget to click on the bell icon to receive regular notifications, and so you guys do not miss any profit. And our profit ratio is approximately 80 to 90%, which is huge, and we make profits on daily basis. And for to verify the amount of profits that we are making, you can always go back and check my previous videos where I give the best analysis for the coming days and what could happen tomorrow. So now let's continue with the USD JPY analysis that from the previous day, what analysis we gave and what actually happened. Okay, so for the USD JPY analysis, we can clearly see that when we were discussing last time, the market was over here. We gave you a buying opportunity straight away, but that did not happen as this market was not taken out. We gave you a selling opportunity from here, and that also did not come into play. And these scenarios also did not come into play. So we will remove these scenarios first of all, and only discuss the scenarios that were that came into play. Okay, so these scenarios have also not come into play, these selling setups. Okay, then we gave to you some of the buying setups which then we gave you a buying setup from here. If you guys would have taken a buying opportunity from here, then you guys would have definitely hit your stop loss in the next few hours. So that would be 1% loss if you guys have to taken that trade. Now let's discuss the selling opportunity that we gave, that if the market goes down and then as market was over here, then we gave you this trade that if market goes down and then market tests this area again, then maybe we could go short. And you guys can clearly see that market went down a little and then tested this area again and closed below this area, so we could easily go short from here. Okay, so this area, this trade came into play beautifully. Now let's see the amount of profit that we guys could have made if we would have taken this trade. Okay, so the market went all the way at least till this point. So this is 1 by 2.2% profit. Okay, so far we have hit one of our stop loss, and this is the first positive trade that we got. So this is already we have covered our stop loss from this trade already in this 2.3%. So we are already in 1.3% minimum profit even by reducing our stop loss. So and then we gave to you a good buying setup if at any given point the market enters this area. Okay, and you guys can clearly see that market entered this area over here, and if you guys were vigilant, then maybe you could have entered from here and you guys would be in huge profit till here. Okay, so let me just mark this entry point and the amount of profit that you guys could have been in if simply you would have just entered this trade over here. This is huge, but only for the safe side. If you guys would have kept as this bottom area your stop loss, then the amount of profit would be approximately 4.9%, so which is huge, approximately 5 4.9 from here and 1.3 previously. So you guys are making approximately more than 6% profit from this USD JPY. Very simple analysis. Okay, now let's discuss that what could happen tomorrow. So what I am looking at is that this area is coming into play tomorrow, as you guys can clearly see that this area or this area has not been taken out as well, so I am expecting that the market could would test this zone and then market would try to reverse from here. Okay, so I am marking this area again, but first of all let us look at the larger time frame, which is the 4-hour time frame. As you guys can clearly see that we are about to see a double top kind of pattern, and if the double top is executed from here, then we would be seeing a beautiful fall from here. But if this area is broken and tested again and the market closes above this area, then we would be seeing the continuation of the buying trend. Okay, so now let's go back to the 1 hour chart and let's see that what the market has to offer to us. Okay, now let me make a few arrows for you guys that if the market tests this area, uh, let me just change its color to green. Okay, so if the market tests this area and market closes above this zone, let me mark this. The market close above this zone, then maybe we could go long from here. Another opportunity would be that if the market goes above this area, then maybe we can go long straight away if we are a risky buyer. And if we are a safety buyer, then we will go long upon a retest, something like this. If we would market goes above this area, then market comes back and tests this area again, then market closes above this area, then we will go long from here. Okay, and if we are okay, so let me mark these areas as support lines now, as these areas have been respected, and now these areas will be acting as support zones. Okay, the recent area of interest is, now this is a recent area of interest from where the market has would be pumping. So I am also marking this area so you guys can have a better idea as what is happening in recent time frames. Okay, so we have to be vigilant as what is market doing with us. And this is an area of interest. Another area of interest is this. Okay, yes, this is another area of interest. So if at any given point the market enters this zone, okay, if the market enters this zone and then market closes above this zone, then maybe we could go along from here, something like this. Okay, now for the for selling scenarios, if the market enters this area and market closes below this area, then maybe we can go short straight away. Another safety selling setup would be that market enters this zone and then market closes below this zone, and then market retests this area and once again closes below, then maybe we can go short from here once again. Okay, so this would also be a good selling opportunity, but we have to wait and watch if this scenario comes into play or not. Okay, I am only giving you ideas that what could happen tomorrow if the selling happens. Okay, another selling setup would be if the market closes below this area, then market comes back up again and market tests this area again and then market closes below this area, then maybe we could go short, something like this. Okay, And another buying opportunity would happen if the market enters this zone. Then maybe you could buy from this level, but my personal favorite level would be this area. Okay, if the market enters this zone again, then I would love to go long from here on the first buying opportunity. Okay. So now let's wait and watch that what market could do with us tomorrow. Now let's move on to the next pair, which is DJ. DJ has done with us from the previous day's analysis. Now let's try to analyze that what is the best scenario, what the scenarios we gave to you, and did they come into play or not. Okay, so when we were discussing, the market was over here, and you guys can clearly see that we gave you a buying setup if this area is tested. Okay, so this area was tested over here, and then market went all the way up till here, so this was huge profit for us. And another buying opportunity was given to you guys if the market closes above this zone, but that did not really happen, and the market closed above and then retraced back, and this selling setup never came into play. So I'm going to remove this selling setup. Let me remove this. Let me remove these two as well. Okay. Okay. So this risky buying did not really help us as well. So we are going to remove this setup as well. Then another selling area, buying area was given that if this area was respected, but as you can see that this area was not really respected in the possible way that we wanted it to be. So this scenario did not really came into play as well. So we are going to delete this as well. And another selling area that we give to you, that if the market and closes below this area, then maybe we could have gone short, but you guys can clearly see that the market did not respect this area as we wanted it to. So and it rather went up straight away. So the if even if we would have entered this trade, we would have hit our stop loss, so that would be -1% from here. Now let's see that how much profit we would have made if we would have taken this trade of double bottom from here. So let's see that what is the possible buying profit from this level. Our stop loss would be approximately over here, and our target would be approximately over here. So this is approximately the buying profit of 2.4%. So even if we are hitting a stop, one of our stop losses, then we would have made a good profit of at least 1.4%. Okay. This trade is giving us 2.4% profit, so -1% of the stop loss. This gives us a 1.4% profit overall. Okay, so now I am removing these two scenarios as well, and as you can clearly see that these buying areas were broken, and market never closed above these points, and market is still going down and crashing further. Now let's enter into the 4-hour zone, where we can clearly see that there is a huge downfall. And if I check the relative strength index, it is going down, and it is falling significantly. Okay. So it is currently at 25. Okay, so now let's try to mark some new areas of interest, so we can have new levels marked. As you can clearly see that even still the market is falling straight away. So I am going to mark my new area of interest from where the market could possibly reverse or form a new support zone. Okay, so this would be our most recent support zone in the 4 hour, and now this area would become our and this area would now become a resistance area. Okay, now let me open the 1 hour chart and see that what the market has to offer to us. Okay, now all these areas have become resistance areas for us. Okay, I'm going to change its color to red. Okay, so this would be red as well. Okay, so you guys can clearly see that market is falling and market is crashing in a huge manner. So we would love to see some retracement first of all. I am expecting the market to test this zone, and if market is able to test this zone and close above this zone, then maybe we could go long straight away. And if this does not happen and we are a risky seller and if the market closes below this area, then we could maybe just go short as with the continuation trend, and that would give us another further buying and selling opportunity. Another selling opportunity might come if the market goes up and tests this zone, and then market closes below, then we could maybe go short from here as well. Okay, so we have to be very vigilant as what the market could do with us tomorrow. Okay, and if this scenario does not come into play and market decides to test this zone only and does not broke break past this area, this zone, then maybe we could just go long from here as well. But upon a retest, something like this. Okay, but you guys can clearly see that this area is not being respected even in the current situation. Okay, I'm just giving you this trade so just you guys can have an idea as what kind of opportunity might be created tomorrow. Okay, another selling might happen if the market is able to break this area. Okay, I'm changing its color to red, and the market is able to break this area, and then maybe we could go short upon a retest somewhere like this, and then we will go short again somewhere like this. Then market could maybe reverse from this zone or this zone, so we have to be vigilant as to which scenario comes into play first. Okay, now let's move on to the next pair, which is DE30. Now let's analyze this pair. Okay, so what the German index did with us is that when we were last analyzing this pair, market was over here, and we gave you a trade. If the market enters this zone, then maybe we could go short on a selling opportunity. But that did not happen. If we gave you a risky buy from here, if you guys would have taken the trade, then you guys would be stuck over here, and then another trade was given that if this area was respected was this, but this area was not respected in selling, and even this area was partially respected from here. And if you guys were smart, then maybe could have made just a small profit till here. So this scenario did not even come into play as well. So the buying opportunity, this also did not come into play, and this selling also did not come into play. So overall, we did not really made any profit or loss in this pair. So now let us try to analyze further that what could this pair have in store for us. Okay. Let me remove all the previous drawings so we can have a clear picture as in what could happen tomorrow. Okay, so first of all, let us open the longer time frame, which is 4-hour chart. And now let's see if we can identify further levels as the market has broken past its most recent support. So the next support zone that is available is over here. Okay, which is over here. After this, the next possible support zone would be at this level. Okay, the next possible support zone is at this level, and after this, the market has the next support zone over here. Okay, so this is an interesting time to see that how many supports would this carry and how many would this be not be carrying. Okay, now let's go back to the 1-hour chart where we could give the opportunity of buying or selling. As you guys can clearly see that this area has been broken, so now this area has become an area of interest. So if the market comes in this area at any given point of time, so I am going to look for a selling opportunity from here. But first of all, let me mark all the possible scenarios that if market tests this area, and rather market if market breaks past this area, and then market tests this area again, and market closes below this area, then we will go short from here. And another scenario would be if the market is able to break this area, then maybe we could go short straight away if we are a risky seller. And for buying opportunity, this area has to be taken out. So if the market closes above this area, if you're a risky buyer, maybe you can buy straight away from here. Let me mark this as a level as well. So if another opportunity would be that if the market closes above this zone, then market is able to test this zone again, then maybe you could just go long from here straight away. Okay, upon a retest. So we have to wait and watch that what the market could be doing. Then another opportunity, another selling opportunity would be if the market tests this area and market decides to retrace from here. So this could happen as well. And a very most interesting selling area would be if the market enters this zone, and then most definitely the market is going to reverse from here, as this is the most recent area of interest. Okay, so just be vigilant that what the market can do from here. Okay, now recent buying area would also might come into play. Market is able to test this current support level and market is able to react to it in a good manner, then maybe we could go long straight away. Or if the market retests this area, and then maybe we could go long from here. Okay, so that would be our analysis for DE30. Now let's move on to the next pair, which is Bitcoin, and what Bitcoin has done with us since we last analyzed this pair. Okay, so when we were last discussing Bitcoin, the market was exactly at this point of time, and we gave you a selling area from here, but as you can clearly see that market was in this selling zone, and if you were a risky seller upon exactly closing of the selling, you guys could have gone short easily. You guys could have made good profit. I gave you this support level, and if this area was tested, and then you guys could have gone long, and this scenario was also executed beautifully. And this scenario did not come into play, and this selling also did not come into play, and this buying and this selling also did not come into play, except recently that this selling area came into play from this level. Okay, so now let me remove the scenarios that did not come into play. Okay, this scenario. Okay, so these scenarios did not come into play. This selling setup came into play at exactly this point of time. Okay, if I just stretch it and make it easier for you guys, I gave you a trade that if market enters this zone and market is able to close with a selling candle, then maybe you guys would have gone short and made a good profit till here or even till here. Okay, so that depends easily that if you that what sort of trading that you guys are doing. So another selling would be upon the retest of this area, but this did not really come into play, so we will remove these trades. Okay, now first of all, let's analyze the amount of profit that we would have made if we would have gone long from this candle. The amount of profit would be approximately till here, and the SL would be approximately till here, which is 1.8% profit. Okay, which is huge. Now let me remove these buying setups as well, and look for a selling setup. And look for a selling setup. Okay, so market was over here. Oh, I think I removed this selling zone as well. Let me make this again so you can have a better idea as what was going on. Okay, this zone was marked for you guys, so you guys can clearly see that market went all the way down, and then once again market came all the way up. So if you guys would have gone short from here, then your SL would be approximately over here, and the amount of profit would be approximately till this point. Okay, which is approximately 3.9. Okay, so this is huge profit in terms of any currency trading. So even the Bitcoin. Okay, so even the Bitcoin would have given us a huge profit if we would have taken the trades accordingly, and if we were vigilant enough, and we would have marked this area as an area of interest, then maybe we could have gone short from this point as well. Okay, if even if we would have gone short upon entering this region, then we would still be in huge profit. For example, if we would have entered here and our stop loss would be exactly somewhere like here, the amount of profit that we would have had would be 8.9%, which is huge profit for any trader. So the risk to reward is huge. So we have to be careful as that what the market is doing with us and what and how we are going to play with the market. Okay, so now let's try to figure out that what the market is going to do next. As you guys can clearly see that market is now forming another support area. So now this area would become our area of interest, the area from where the market might reverse. Okay, so now I am marking this area as my support zone, so we can have a better idea that how the support zone and the most recent zones would be breaking down. So now I am also going to mark this area as a most recent area of interest. Okay, so now what I am expecting for Bitcoin, first of all I am going to have a look in the longer time frame, which is the 4 hour, and what the Bitcoin could do with us in the 4 hour chart. Okay, as you guys can clearly see that in the 4 hour chart we have broken past a major level. So now and another bottom level that we currently have available is approximately here, and after that the next available level is approximately over here. Okay, and after that the most lowest level is approximately over here. Okay, so now let's go back to the 1 hour chart and see that what sort of trades do we have available for us. Okay, so now as you can clearly see that market is currently over here. Now what I am expecting for the market is, first of all let me change its color, the support levels color to red, so we can have a better idea as these are all the resistances now. Okay, so if the market is closed below this area and this area is tested again, and the market closes below this area, then maybe we could go short from here. Okay, let me change the arrows color to red as I am marking these areas as my area of interest with red color. This could be my first selling area. If you are a risky seller, then maybe market closes below this area, we could go short straight away. And another selling point would be if the market goes up till here, and then we can go short from here if the market gives us a selling opportunity. So, and if in case of buying up, another area of selling would be if market somehow reaches this area. So these would be our selling setups. If the buying happens, then we have to wait for a double bottom. We will go long from here, and if we have a good signal available with us, good buying opportunity available with us, then maybe we can go long straight away from here. Or if the market is able to break past this area, then we will wait for a retest. Yes, exactly, we will wait for a retest, and then if the market closes above this area, then maybe we can go long from here. Okay, so now let's just wait and watch that what the market has to offer to us tomorrow, and let's hope for the best. Now let's move on to the Ethereum analysis, that what Ethereum has in store for us. Okay, now first let's discuss the previous scenarios that we had given to you. As you guys can clearly see, and that the scenarios given to you did not come into play, as this area was not respected, even this area was not respected, and these two areas, selling areas, were not respected. Only this selling area was respected once, and if you guys would have gone short from here, then you guys could have easily made a good profit till here. Okay, just wait for a second. Okay, so just for the easiness, now let's check the only scenario that was executed the selling setup from here. If this, as this area was tested and we could have gone short from here, this would be our stop loss, and the profit would be exactly till here. So we can clearly see that this was a huge profit in the only possible, the only scenario that was executed. So which is 1 by 7.6, which is huge profit. Okay, so now let me just remove all the possible scenarios that we gave to you previously. Okay, now let me remove the previous day trade so I can give you the fresh and available trades that I have with me. Okay, so now as you guys can clearly see that Ethereum has fallen a lot, and now all the bottom areas, as this support area has now become an area of resistance. So I am going to change its color to red color, and this area is now acting as an area of interest, and this area is a good support area. Okay, so all these supports have now been converted to what you can say is resistances. Okay, now just now first of all let's go into the larger time frame and see that what the market has in store for us. Yes, that we can clearly see that market has already given us, the market has in store with us this scenario, and we can clearly see that already this area is being tested. Now the most recent area of interest is somewhere around here, which is 1539. Now let me mark this area if as an area of interest. Okay, the next most recent area of interest would be approximately from here. After that, the area of interest would be approximately here, and after that, the area of interest would be approximately here. Okay, now let's see that what the market is offering to us now. For the trades, we have to go back to the 1 hour analysis. Okay, let me just go to the 1 hour. Okay, so now as you guys can clearly see that market is respecting our marked support area. So if this continues and if it respects this area, and the market goes above this area, and maybe we can go long from here, something like this. And if the market closes above this area, then maybe we can go long straight away. If the market respects this area as well, then maybe we can go long straight away from here as well. But I don't really see the market going up, so I am expecting the market to go down. So market would go down something like this, and then if the market respects this area and then market closes below this area, then we will go down something like this. On the other hand, if the market enters this zone, then we have to be vigilant as the market would definitely go short from here. Okay. Another selling opportunity would be that if the market closes below this area, then maybe we can go short straight away somewhere like something like this. Okay, so let us just be vigilant as which trade comes into play tomorrow. Okay, well, that's all for today, and let's hope that you guys make some good profits out of all the currencies analysis that I have done for you guys. And now let's just wait and watch that what market has to offer us tomorrow. And just don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to click on the bell icon so you guys can receive regular updates from my end. Thanks, and we will meet again in the next video.